Stryker Wolverine sequence. From the moment that helicopter came down, I didn't even remember that Stryker was gonna come out of it. Like I didn't know from the trailer because it's such a short clip in the trailer. When he came out, I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even that. It was his walk. When he was walking, and then they're looking, who is that, whatever, right?
They were so
and
trusting.
Then when he took off when Moira was just like, hey, thank you, we're CIA,
I'm CIA,
blah, 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 whatever. And then when he took off those glasses, and Mystique was like, yo! Like, they were like scared of him. They were like, they didn't know what to do. They were just like, and before they could even think, before she could even turn into anybody else.
Boom. Fire.
Perfect. It was
fire. It was beautiful. That scene was just like, it was so effective. Like, bam. Yep. I think he's right there. I was just like, because I never really cared for him too much in Days of Future Past. That little thing right there, I was just like, yo, Stryker, I can't wait to see you again. Yeah. That was perfect. What did you guys think of that?
The young Stryker.
The man means business.
Yeah.
There could have been some unshared details because I don't know if it's just about what happened in Days of Future Past. You know what I mean? There could have been some in between contact that built some of that fear. But yeah, it was good.
But that scene alone gave me a better understanding of why Wolverine hates him so much.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that scene was just everything for me.
I think it just shows his growth. From the last movie to this one, he did it so perfectly.
Yeah.
And you see it. Like, right when he walks out of the helicopter, you see it.
So, that whole scene I thought was really good, right? Everyone reacted to it well. And then we get the Wolverine scene.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I loved the Wolverine scene. I thought it was perfect. I thought this is what we need. Even though it was like, it could have almost been there, done that, seen it. Right? But it wasn't.
It was not at all.
I loved how lethal it was.
Yeah.
That whole scene.
Well, we know it's a segue in to the next Wolverine film, which is going to be R-rated. Clearly,
I think
Bryan
they were trying to give us a little
was trying to show you as much as you can in a PG-13 movie.
Yeah. It felt right.
That's what he's doing with that scene. He showed a new Wolverine because. You know, I'm not going to give away any plot points, but yeah, he showed a different Wolverine. This story arc is not the same one we've seen.
That wasn't a PG Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And the violence was key. I mean, the savagery in his character and his movements and the sounds.
You could see it.
The sounds were my
and
god.
What made the scene so nice to wrap it up was because he was so violent. Was
Jean?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And because now you
contrast.
Yeah. Because you know how much he loves Jean from when he meets her in the future and stuff, right? And to see that here played out differently, right?
Yeah.
You see it here from when she's young now. It's just like they have that connection. She unlocked whatever she unlocked from his mind, and it's like
but
he
it just
calmed
shows.
her.
It also shows how much power she has.
Oh yeah.
Too. She's so young, but she can control Wolverine.
Yeah.
She's so violent.
And when Wolverine's fresh.
Yeah.
Like, that's fresh Wolverine. Before the Professor, before the X-Men, and all of that. Fresh.
That was fresh out the lab, Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I think, I don't know, I think it's the best scene in the movie.
No, I
don't disagree.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
Again, I was looking for the action. You're the action guy, and you know me. I like that hand-to-hand combat. Got it.
As a whole, it was.
It was really well done. They needed something to help them get out of that situation. He was perfectly used.
I like that it made sense.
Okay, the end battle. I was expecting them. I was expecting the Horsemen to fight the X-Men. That's what I was expecting. I wanted to see hand-to-hand combat between Beast and Psylocke.
Pair it off.
They gave me
kind of the pairs.
Pair it off, just like how in Civil War they had.
Absolutely.
It was supposed to be right? Yo, Angel, you already have something with Nightcrawler. Bam, you guys go. Psylocke, what? You want to fight Beast? Bam. Mystique, tag team with him to fight her. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Who else was there? Magneto.
Well, he was doing his own thing.
He was
right. Who was the other horseman?
Storm.
Storm, because Storm and Cyclops. Thanks for the nod, guys. Yeah. You guys, they fought in the comics, right?
Okay.
That was perfect. Fine. You guys fight in the comics. There's not much hand-to-hand combat that you guys can do. They're more weather and they're more power-based. Yeah. So that's fine. What?
Well, they took Mystique out of the equation.
And why?
Even before
Mystique
the
is a fighter,
started.
martial artist. That showed nothing. There was no growth with her in terms of her skill. Yeah. And sorry, I understand. So you went up to go talk to.
You think that she could have paired up with Beast? She couldn't have paired up with Beast.
Her and Beast fighting. No, her and Beast fight Psylocke.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Sorry,
her and Beast. Yo.
Psylocke's training, just that clip you saw me, man, she could handle both of them.
Yeah.
Mystique could have turned into Psylocke and fought Psylocke. It could have been Psylocke versus Psylocke.
But they used it only for that
one scene, which was so annoying. Like, you're telling me that's what I'm gonna go fight for my family. That was a waste.
Yeah. Well, because you kind of expected that's where they would use it.
Right.
In that particular scene, and that's where they did it.
We just didn't see her fight, and that bothers me too.
And I'm gonna just say with Magneto, what was he doing?
I know, I didn't get it either.
He was just like,
I didn't get
it. They gave us the impression that all that destruction came from them fighting, not from Magneto picking up the
And this is what I was gonna say. His movies are not action movies. They're movies. The X-Men movies are movies with action in it. This still shows that. Because he also said, this is going to be a destruction movie. It was. It just wasn't the destruction that we thought that we were going to get.
It wasn't epic enough.
I didn't care.
You didn't feel scared.
Because
I didn't care about
Magneto doing
that
it.
stuff.
That the world was ending.
I was scared. You know where I was scared? When Apocalypse was like going through Cerebro and getting up and he threw the nukes and all that stuff.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's why I was getting scared. I'm like, because now he's reached another power that he never knew that was possible.
That's what I'm saying. The pacing, they got you to a point and then they disappointed.
When Jean started to use her power, that usage of power was greater than anything that we've seen from these characters or from Jean or whatever. Like, when she stepped out,
oh, that was amazing.
I was like, yes. There's elements of the end battle that I liked, right? The little bit of a fight that we got between Psylocke and Beast. When Angel did his little spin thing and ripped himself out of the cage and came and grabbed Psylocke and threw her on the plane and she jabbed him. They were all scared and they didn't know what they were going to do. And they flew into the plane and they're like, yo, I'm ready to kill you type of thing. I love that. I love Jean's usage of power. I loved when Angel, I think the longest scene was when Archangel and Nightcrawler were fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that was beautiful. I wish I got more of that. And I guess the fight between Xavier, the mind battle between Xavier and Apocalypse was pretty cool.
It was just very weightless. I wanted more. I wanted it to engage me more.
It was a little emotional too, though. I like the emotional part.
Those
of it.
parts were great.
There was some.
I wanted fighting.
Yeah. It was a lot.
I wanted it to be a battle.
It was long. It was long, and it was too much of Magneto doing this. When he should have been fighting Apocalypse. Yeah. He should have been. Him and Jean should have been like he should have been starting it. Jean should have finished it. Yeah. But anyways, all right. Verdict. What do we got overall? Talk about overall what do you got. Talk about where you rank this X-Men movie amongst the other 9. Yeah. Right? And
that includes Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where do I rank it out of
we were
9?
talking about that.
Yeah. I don't know what I would rank it out of 9. But
out of the 9. No, like where is it? Like
out of the 9 movies, I don't know where I would rank it because I would need to watch all 9 again. Yeah.
What about out of the 3? The 3 most recent?
The 3 most recent, I would rank it 3rd.
Me too.
I would rank it 3rd. It was the weakest one for me. So my score, I'm gonna give this movie a 7.
Nice rating.
I'm gonna give it a 7. I feel like that's fair for what I received from what I was expecting, and I was also deceived. I'm gonna give it a 7.
All right.
Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just because I agree. I would give it a 7.
Yeah? Okay.
I started with a 6.5, but then talking about it and then thinking about where it ranks with the other movies, it's a 7 for sure. Because Deadpool was a good like 7.58
for you.
For me, so this would lie around a 7.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
Where do you rank it within your?
The top 9.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know out of the 3,
it's the
weakest.
weakest.
Yeah, and then the first X-Men was my favorite.
Oh, okay.
By far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Deadpool, X2, the Wolverine, First Class, Days, Apocalypse, X-Men, Origins, Last Stand.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
In terms of
Your number out of 10.
the number out of 10, I landed at a 7.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did.
Everyone. I feel like everyone is kind of.
That's. I think
along
the movie gave
but
everybody mixed feelings.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's why that 7 is so.
Because
Like, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't
a bad
movie.
It wasn't bad.
It just
no.
wasn't executed as well as we thought it
I
would.
think it was what we were looking for.
Days as a whole is amazing, but this one was more entertaining.
Yes.
To me,
Yes.
the characters are what took over for me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the other things, like we were saying, it just didn't come together
Yeah.
as much as
Wasn't
it could have.
cohesive.
It had all the crew. It had it had great actors. It had basically great elements, but it just didn't come together like it should have.
For me, I think that the good of this movie outweighs the bad a lot. Although I liked this movie, I really liked this movie. I didn't love it. Like, I loved Days of Future Past. Like, I loved First Class. I think if you're an X-Men fan or just a regular movie fan, you'll enjoy this movie. I loved how they set them up at the ending when they were standing in the line and their new costumes or whatever. Like, it's so from the comic and everything.
Did you buy a line of what Jennifer Lawrence was saying though?
No.
I was.
I bought nothing.
Because she's not.
She's
not
not
a
a
leader.
But what I
Yeah.
loved,
She's not a leader.
She's not
what
a
I
leader,
love to see though was the Sentinels back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was perfect.
Huge,
Yes,
yeah.
it was.
That was huge.
You know what? I knew they were coming when they set them up. When they set up that
Yeah,
scene, I knew it was coming.
I had no
Yeah.
idea. I had no
I
idea.
knew it was
The
coming. That's
danger
where they
room.
used to train. And
Yeah, you know that. Hey, next movie we're getting the danger room.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see where these characters go next. I think they set them up perfectly at such a good time. I love all the new characters. They're perfect. They're matching their older counterparts, and that's what you need. This is the longest running franchise. X-Men started the new genre of the new wave of superhero movies that we have. So people need to understand that, and people need to put a little bit of respect that.
Yeah.
Put some
You
respect
have to
on
understand
that.
where it is.
Because-
in
Yeah.
the game.
Because without the X-Men, without X-Men 1, we wouldn't have got Batman Begins, and we wouldn't have got Iron Man. And people need to understand that this is where it's coming from. And as much problems as people have with the X-Men movies, you have to understand where it started from and why there's so much problems, why they have so much problems in these movies, because they have not rebooted it. They're still trying to go on with what they started
They
with
went
16.
straight. Absolutely.
16 years ago. So anyways, my rating for this is going to be a 7.5.
Good.
I connected with these guys 100%. I felt like every time I was watching them, I was watching the same people I grew up with 16 years ago. And that was perfect for me.
I was very surprised at that.
Yeah.
And, pleasantly surprised.
Well, oh yeah, like
Because
how
they were
they
referencing the other films.
so much.
yeah.
And I remember the year
Perfect.
2000
Yeah.
and 2003. I'm like, yeah.
You know? So I'm really I'm underwhelmed with this movie, but because I felt good and I felt really, I was happy when I was watching it.
You're
I was
impressed
like,
with the cast.
I was so impressed with the cast,
was one of
and
the
it was the
better
I was too,
cast.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Absolutely.
cast was what won me over.
Me too.
Yeah, you're great.
The story
You're good.
was
It's
They
story,
carried the
yeah.
movie.
the story was a lot,
And the story was
the
weak.
story
Like,
was
that's where
weak,
it
and
lacked,
and
yeah.
that for me is different for an X-Men movie.
Exactly.
I was like,
Yeah.
what? I'm like, the story's lacking?
Yeah.
I was like, I can't believe that. But I liked everything about it. But it was alright. Where I rank this movie, it's not even in my top 3. It's probably my 4th. I think I do Days of Future Past, First Class, Deadpool, X2, and then
Okay.
Apocalypse.
Okay.
Good movie. Can't wait to see the next one. But hey,
Hey, lose the training wheels.
let's do it. Next one. Yeah,
Just
lose
give
it.
us more
come on,
action.
let's get it going now. We're good. Like we're
More
all set
power.
up. No more training wheels. We good?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Patricia Jubilee Rastrullo, thank you for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yes,
problem.
I'm so happy you came out.
Yeah.
All right, Kiki.
Okay, if you have any questions, you can send us an email at cinemacircle1@gmail.com. Also, don't forget to follow us on our Instagram account, cinema_circle.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Cinema Circle. Hope you enjoyed it. From everybody here at Cinema Circle, stay blessed and always keep it 100.
Peace.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Also click like, share, and subscribe.